of the darkness and become a pure nation. I ask you, are you ready for great changes under the guidance of a great leader? If you are, then wake up and open the door for the Novorite.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up. Wake up to a pure nation. Clean air. Bright future. The Novorite says comply. The people say aye.
No! No!
Fear not the enemy's threats, for the Führer hunter protects you.
Where are they taking them? Can you hear me?
They do. We hear everything. But you don't let them speak.
No. It's not about me. I won't ask again.
It's all about you. Sleep.
Together now, children.
The Novorite is our home. Either we destroy or we are destroyed. No one will mourn us if we die. Mercy is weakness.
Our enemies have no pity for us.
No.
The enemy must be destroyed.
The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be
places, you know. You'll feel right at home.
Well, Mr. Walker, we both know you have your issues.
Do you feel worthless? Never know what it will be. The thing that changes you forever. The danger no one else sees. Lurking in the shadows. Waiting for its prey.
Shaw took control. There's nothing here.
We have learned. We've prepared. And we won't let it happen again. A reckoning is coming.
There's been a quiet but steady stream of new details around Jurassic Park survival, and even if it hasn't come in the form of one massive reveal, the kind of details that have been coming out lately are starting to shift how this game actually looks, not in a dramatic marketing heavy way, but in a way where you start connecting the dots and realize this might not be the small contained survival experience people initially expected. It seems to be something quite bigger than people expect, kind of like a semi-open world experience with tons of things to do and find in the dangerous abandoned park. One of the more concrete updates comes from the new details on the world and what you'll do and see, and the focus on the main character, Dr. Maya Joshi. And what stands out immediately is that she's not written as some random survivor thrown into chaos. She was recruited directly by Dr. Henry Wu to work as an InGen scientist, which places her inside the park's ecosystem before everything went wrong. That's an important angle because it changes how the story can be told. You're not learning about Jurassic Park from scratch, scratch. You're stepping into the role of someone who already understands what the park was supposed to be and then has to deal with what it became after the collapse. The actor describes it as a journey where you uncover who Meyer is as things unfold, which suggests the game is going to take its time with character rather than just pushing you from one objective to the next. At the same time, there's more clarity on the setting, and this is where things start to open up in a more interesting way. The game takes place right after the events of the original Jurassic Park film, but instead of just using that as a backdrop for familiar locations, the developers are focusing on what the island would realistically look like in that moment. Not just the iconic spots like the visitor center or the T-Rex paddock, which are confirmed to be there, but also areas that were never shown in the movie. They've specifically talked about exploring parts of Isla Nublar that weren't part of the official tour, places that guests would have stayed overnight, sections of the island that were cut off by the storm. That kind of detail might sound small, but it actually suggests a different approach to world.
That's why she made you. To tread the unfound path. This foul passenger, he's the poison in your mother's heart. You must become the cure.
For centuries, this temple has concealed a secret. The frescoes are not frozen. Here, ancient walls come alive.
Came out of nowhere, and at first it sounds almost too good to be true, but when you actually look at everything that's being reported right now, the idea that Warhorse Studios is working on a massive The Lord of the Rings open world RPG, it starts to feel a lot more plausible than it should, because this isn't just some random rumor with no backing. Multiple reports are pointing toward the same direction, a large-scale story-driven open world project set in Middle-earth, with the specific angle being that it's aiming to compete with something like Hogwarts Legacy in terms of scope, immersion, and mainstream appeal, and that comparison alone tells you exactly what kind of game this is supposed to be. Not a niche RPG, not a smaller spin-off, something big, accessible, but still grounded in a detailed world. And when you attach that idea to Warhorse, that's where things get really interesting, because if you look at what they did with Kingdom Come Deliverance, whether you loved it or not, one thing is undeniable. They know how to build grounded, immersive worlds. Their entire identity is based on realism, historical detail, and systems that force you to actually think about how you interact with the environment. So if that same philosophy gets applied to Middle-earth, that's not something we've really seen before. And just when it felt like this whole situation was starting to point clearly in one direction, new information comes in and complicates it in a pretty major way. The reports are now suggesting that while Warhorse is actually working on a big game in that universe, a big open world game of some sort, they are not the team leading this particular project that's been circulating in leaks and discussions. Instead, the name that keeps coming up now is Crystal Dynamics. This is the team known for working on the Tomb Raider reboot era, which leans much more into cinematic action, traversal, and structured storytelling compared to the grounded, systemic approach people were expecting from Warhorse.
It was like another life. Everything made sense to you.
Oh, you're back already? Wait, so you flew in on that?
Now, every voice, a tight beam.
Protege will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
We need him alive!
Locked on to you, like a torpedo.
Do not interfere.
The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong.
Series belongs to Belters. I didn't become a mercenary to run away from my enemies.
Fear festering into hatred. Typical.
Surely a little gun doesn't scare you.
A Trojan horse. Protegen let its own enemies in.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend?
We have to find our own answer. Even the crows refuse to feast on these bodies. This carnage reeks of something foul. Something inhuman. War takes its toll on everyone. What horror has been unleashed on these lands? Some escape in daydreaming, some in madness. What madness has taken hold here? Am I dreaming this hellish nightmare?
Welcome to Agefield High, Rock the School, a coming-of-age adventure game about friendship, love, and maybe a little rebellion, inspired by the raunchy teen comedies of the early 2000s. You play as Sam, who just moved to Agefield with his nagging mom and annoying sister.
Good college, great job, happy family.
I don't want a fucking job. I want a man with money.
At Agefield High, join forces with Kale and Axel and together try to pull off their Rock the School plan to become the biggest legends the school's ever seen.
And most importantly, get the girl and rock the prom.
But on weekdays, you have to be in school till the afternoon. Yeah, Agefield High features a complex time and school system with different lesson types like English, math, geography, German, and music.
I'm just not used to country life yet.
Do you think we're some kind of dumb hillbillies or rednecks?
Students arrive by bus in the morning and follow their daily routine. You can skip class, but then you'll have to hide from the authorities in town or just cause chaos.
Hey, he's stealing my liquor!
The story missions become available after school where Kale, Axel, and Sam work on their dream to leave their marks as legends. From awkward attempts at impressing girls,
I can show you that I am a real man.
Fighting dickhead jocks.
Not in my town.
And even Satanists, leading to the big question.
I am the hottest girl at school.
Which girl do you ask to prom? Agefield High features 32 main missions and 15 mini-missions capturing the ridiculousness of early 2000s teen comedies.
Are you having your, happy time?
The open world of Agefield is free to explore, featuring the school campus, neighborhoods, town center, and countryside. After Sam's parents split and his mom struggles to make ends meet, with no car of his own, he has to navigate Agefield solo. So you might want to check out Mike's bike shop and get some wheels. Don't forget some new fresh clothes and maybe even a tattoo. Just don't tell Mom.
Did you get into a fight?
Complete some mini-missions to make bank on the side.
We have to buy a Play With magazine so I can sell the pictures in it to my friends 10 times the original price.
Don't let your guard down around town or even the countryside. The jocks could be anywhere. Sam isn't a bully, but he knows how to crack a few skulls. He can throw some punches, deal some leg kicks, and shove them to break their defense. Don't forget to block.
And the graffiti just appeared there by itself, or what?
And keep an eye out for collectibles. Agefield is soaked in a pop-punk soundtrack, vibrant colors, and a springtime setting, hiding the negativity of all the soulless adults in town.
I can't be the father!
Return to the early 2000s and experience the rebellious energy of Agefield High. Rock the school.
My fellow countrymen, the world is gripped by a war without end. Generations have known only the roar of guns and the shadow of plague. Nations have fallen, and empires have turned to ash. Yet through this darkness, there are men who will not yield. Expanse! The noblemen stand as our shield and fight as our sword. They carry the burden of our hope and the weight of our future. With their courage, this endless war can be broken. And with their strength, we shall be victorious.
Home before the leaves fall, they said. In August of last year.
Please. Please.
They never told us what Gallipoli looks like.
Rocky hills, rocky beaches, like home, with less rain and more Turks.
Keep moving, everyone! Come on, come on! Gordo!
All starts here. One among millions. determined, and ridiculously optimistic. They dream of purpose. But it will not be easy. Where millions perished,